Hey, welcome back to Photos of Taiwan. My name's Ian. I'm a teacher, a photographer, and a Taiwan enjoyer for the better part of 9 years now. Today, I want to talk to you guys about my decision to buy the Leica D-Lux 8 over the Ricoh GR4. So, yeah, number one, the Leica was available. The GR4 wasn't at the time when I bought the Leica. But in hindsight, I'm still happy that I bought this. I'm really happy that I bought the Leica D-Lux 8. And there's a number of reasons for that. This is my GR3. Now, I've had this since about 2020, something like that. And I've been happy with it. It's fine, more or less fine. And the rear wheel had the issue that many of the rear wheels have, but I used some contact cleaner. Actually, there's a video, you can look for that, or I'll put a link to it here if your GR3 has the wheel problem. So I had the wheel problem, but I fixed it using contact cleaner. Also, the little USB cover fell off. I've opened this, I think, twice since I had the camera, and last weekend I wanted to charge the battery using the USB, and I just opened it up and it just fell off. So the build quality of that particular part I'm not happy with, to be honest. But apart from that, yeah, it's been okay. It still takes good pictures. I've had the sensor cleaned once. So why did I choose the D-Lux 8? Well, obviously the Leica brand has something to do with it. They're very well respected, and the build quality of this camera is just fantastic. It feels leaps and bounds better than the Ricoh. The body is a one-piece magnesium, and the buttons are just awesome. Everything about the camera says quality, you know. Also the menu system. The menu system on this is much better than on the Ricoh, but of course it does less things. It's not such an advanced camera. It doesn't have all the doesn't have the snap focus. It doesn't have the highlight protection, you know, for the metering. It doesn't have that, but it does have some other things. It has physical dials, you know, so you can actually set the aperture ring. You can set the shutter speed on here manually, and if you configure, say, this button here, you can actually configure that button to change the ISO. So yeah, it's super intuitive to use, and I just love to pick it up and use it. The other thing it's got is the viewfinder, and I find the viewfinder to be awesome. It's something that I really miss on the GR3. There's just no viewfinder, and on bright days, which is often very bright here in Taiwan, it's sometimes difficult to judge the composition exactly, you know. So the viewfinder has been good, and also the zoom. Obviously, this is a zoom, a 24 to 75 millimeter zoom, which has come in very handy, I must say. Sometimes the 28 mil of this, it's just not long enough to get what you want, you know. So I could have spent the money on a GR4 rather than this, but it's about the same price, give or take. There's not much in it, and to me, this camera is a far superior choice than the GR4. For me, anyway. Whether it's the case for you, if you don't have a GR3 already, then maybe the GR4 is the one for you. This is a little bit bigger. It's not quite so easy to carry around as this. I mean, this one just fits in a case on my belt. This one I just clip onto my belt, but yeah, so it's a little bit bigger. Weight-wise, it's not too much different. I mean, I have this aftermarket grip on here, so it can be a little bit smaller and lighter than this. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy that I chose this. The other thing, you know, is the image quality. It's a little bit better on the GR because the sensor's bigger, but the micro 4/3 on this it's plenty for me. Plenty for the stuff I use it for. And as I say, you know, let's talk a little bit about the price. Back to the price, because the price of my GR3 was I think I paid around, well, it was less than $1,000 US. It was about 750 US dollars that I bought it in Taiwan for. And the GR4 is like double that. And to me, the upgrades from the GR3 to the GR4 is not worth double. It's not worth double the asking price. Sorry, but the cameras are starting to price themselves out, aren't they? You know, it's the same with Fujifilm to a certain degree. They're bumping up their prices, and I just don't think they can justify it, you know. So for me, sorry, but the Leica D-Lux 8 was a much better choice than the GR4. I continue to use my GR3, and I can obviously use the Leica, but will I buy a GR4? Doubtful, unless if something happens to the GR3, then maybe I'll buy a GR4. But I'd be more inclined to go back and get a GR2, I think, actually, than to get the GR4. Anyway, guys, that wraps up this little video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Did you buy a GR4, and are you happy with it? I've seen mixed reports. Some people like it, other people want to sell theirs. So how do you feel about the Ricoh GR4? And do you think I made the right choice buying the Leica? Answers to those questions in the comments below. Guys, don't forget, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.